At what point did it become, this is my job, I'm going to be the Red Wings head coach?
Well, obviously, it was a unique situation where we had 8 openings within the National Hockey League, and I know someone asked earlier when you thought, yeah, of course you think about it, but you kind of judge what those positions would look like. Obviously, some teams are ready to win right now. This was an intriguing job, and I was actually kind of hoping Steve would reach out, knowing there's some there's some base here to possibly build in the future. And Steve had called on Monday, I believe, a very respectful, obviously an emotional loss just hours before. And he was like, I don't want to bother you now, but I'd like to talk to you. We were talking that night and basically talked pretty thoroughly throughout the week. And until he calls and says, Derek, we'd like to offer you the job, you're still kind of just in the moment. So as that week started to grow, there was a little excitement building because the conversations were going so well and so positive. We seemed to be on the same page with a lot of philosophy, a lot of vision on where he wanted to be, where I thought I could help, and where this was going. So probably as midweek came, and then that phone call late Wednesday night, and we worked through it into yesterday, was real, and it still feels a little surreal for me right now.
You said you handle players with the mindset of when you were back at Fair State, when you were at Denver as a college head coach, recruiting them, recruiting their families, and keeping that relationship important. This is a very young group. You walk in here with 2 Stanley Cup rings. How do you balance being tough on them and trying to raise them while also building those relationships?
I think that's just the modern coach, period. Obviously, that coach that kind of worked as a dictator and was really hard on the guys, maybe didn't show the guys enough respect. You can see that coach not having the success maybe he should in this league. And then I think the modern coach is that guy that holds guys accountable, has tough conversations, but you care about them. And deep down, when the guys know they care about you, it makes life a lot easier. So I've tried to have that balance. It's not an easy balance to get to, but that's kind of what I was, referencing to. I've always been about relationships. To me, the core of everything is relationships and building some trust, and that's going to be my goal even within the next few hours here with some of the players.
You have a family.
Yes.
This isn't a decision that involves just you. What was it like telling your family, this is the reality, we're moving to Detroit, I'm going to be the Red Wings head coach?
Yeah, I think with the amount of success we were having, I think they all kind of deep down knew it could be a reality, but they've been great. Being a family of a coach is not easy, but they've embraced it. They're my biggest fans, and I think as a family it's brought us closer. Movings aren't ideal. We've been very fortunate enough to have good moves, and they've been seamless. So I think they're just happy for me, but us as a family. It's hard, this profession. You're kind of all in it together. And when you have a success like this within your career, I think we all embrace it.
The timeline accelerates here. There are some big decisions for this organization to make about what the pieces are that they could add, what you guys could add now this summer. The draft is next week. How much have you talked with Steve about just the plans for this summer, what you want to do in camp, and what you hope to add to this roster that already has that young base?
Yeah, I don't have a huge part, especially just coming in. Yeah. Even Steve had a philosophy and approach in Tampa that we still live by. Managers will manage, coaches will coach, players will play, and we'll share thoughts on each side. But they've taken a lot of those things. He's let me concentrate on the things he wants me to concentrate on. Those relationships with the players, getting a staff together, getting camp together. So there's a lot on the plate right here. But he's done a good job of focusing me on what I have to be concentrating on over the next few days.
Thanks so much for the time.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right.